Guys, this is going to be a short little guide to why installing server performance mods for Minecraft Java Edition will help you get better performance in single player. So let me explain why this is the case. So instead of just hosting, or instead of playing it single player like a singular or like a single client playing the game offline, instead what Minecraft does, this goes for Java and Bedrock, is that they create a server. So this is our server. I'm going to mark it with an S. That looks more like a 5, but you get the point. This is our server, and what it does is that from our computer, the server is hosted on our computer, and not only is our computer hosting the server, but it's also running our client. So this is what you actually interact with. The server is like what handles blocks breaking, AI, everything else. This is you. This is the server. Your computer hosts a server ever since the LAN update, which allows you to others on the same internet connection all go into the same router, connect it to this server running on your computer through LAN. So, ever since the LAN update, instead of you just running a client, you're also running an entire server, which is very unoptimized and very stupid. So instead of it opening up a server or just creating the server once you actually start with LAN, instead, what Minecraft decides to do is just start the server even when there's no one else connecting, which is why you can still press tab in single player and see who's connected, because it's still running a server, which is very unoptimized, and which is why installing server performance mods for something like, let's say, CurseForge, which I cannot make an anvil, which is why installing something like server performance mods will help you, well, run better in single player. So let's get out of this OBS. Let's go into our browser, right? And then we'll go on to CurseForge. So what you do is that you go curseforge.com. There is no other website, so curseforge.com, nothing else. Otherwise, it's a scam. Modrent is another one that's not a scam. You're not going to get hacked from it. But this is actually a very good one, especially if you're using Fabric mod loader instead of Forge. But right now, we're just going to look on CurseForge, then I'll go into Modrent. What you do is that you click on Minecraft, you search up server performance. This one's good through chunk save. It's really good, especially when you're loading new chunks. And it's helped me a lot when I've played my single player Minecraft. Now, another one we're gonna go to popularity is, see if I can find it. Basically, some add-on, this creator right here, he creates a lot of good server performance mods, like better chunk loading, connectivity, recipe essentials, better FPS render distance, Forge. A lot of these are really good for if you're playing single player. Heck, some of them are actually very good for even just playing Minecraft in general, even if you're connected to a server like iPixel. And the thing with these mods is that most of them, especially, or like the server utility ones, you don't need to install them when you connect to a server, which is very useful, especially if you're just wanting to play something, let's say if you just want to play not really modded Minecraft, you can start up a server with like a forged server, and you can just, or Fabric would be way better since Fabric's a more light loader. This would help a lot with performance, a lot. So I really recommend this, guys. Some add-ons stuff. And if you are gonna start a vanilla server, if we go over to Modrent, and if we press discover mods, here's all the stuff. Lithium is very good. I like Lithium. It's just it just works. It's good. It works on the client and the server, so it's very good. You should try these, and make sure that you don't just go around like downloading everything, and that you make sure that these mods do not have any. Basically, what I'm saying is that they don't mess with any other mod to make it where it doesn't run well, or it doesn't work, or it causes a whole lot of problems. Because especially with large mod packs, mods, especially for Minecraft, they don't like to work with each other, because Minecraft doesn't have one base like framework for making mods. And make sure that you install dependencies. They're very good. Also, a lot of things. Also, if you want better performance, installing performance optimization mods for the client also really works, like Sodium or Optifine. Also, Optifine is not available on any other website except for optifine.net. Optifine is good for Forge, but if you're playing with a mod, let's say the Wither Storm mod, if you're playing with the Wither Storm mod, it will not work with Optifine. And this is just a very oversimplified version of how single player and just generally optimization works in Minecraft. So a lot of this will have to go with your own system. And if I go to Task Manager, look at what my system has in terms of performance, I have a Ryzen 5 2600X. I have 32 gigabytes of memory, and my GPU is the 1660 Ti. Really, just a lot of this is very. It's what I'm trying to say is that it's based on your system. A lot of it is only for your system, so it's a lot of trial and error of what works for your system, and especially if you're running Linux, which most of you are not, so feel free to skip this part. But if you're running Linux, a good mod for you. No, shut up. A really good mod that you should try is one basically to render. There's OpenGL, which is a old renderer. OpenGL, cross-platform graphics API. Most games use OpenGL. But there's also another one, which I forget the name of, newer renderer that's just coming out, and it's very good for Linux. Linux is very good at rendering Vulkan. And there's a mod called Vulkan mod, which basically changes the render from OpenGL to Vulkan. And this causes a lot. It has a lot of mods that it does not work with, but if you just want to play regular Minecraft optimized, Vulkan is the mod for you. And shaders, it's iffy if they work with Vulkan in my own testing, but Vulkan is underrated, but it's very good. And that's all I really have to say. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you like this tutorial. Bye.